Hello, guys. So today we're going to talk about planning, and that's it. So I prepared on my school community, and this is for as long as I know. It'll be free. If it's not, I think I got it down now. So it's going to be free. You'll be able to access this for free. Okay, you can join the community as long as you are willing to do the work. You can come in and get started. So the idea with this is that I'm trying to make it as dead brain as possible to make games. Okay, we're going to use AI. I'm going to be there to help you wherever AI can't, and you'll see you'll have a great time. Okay, so this is how we're going to do this. What's going to happen is I'm going to always be updating this, but for now I have this template that works. You can use ChatGPT in any form. The main thing with this is not to get it perfect; it's just to have something. Because if you have something to work towards, then you'll be fine. And as you do more, you'll be able to understand how to do it better. So don't worry, don't stress about getting it perfect. Okay, don't waste prompts. I'm going to give you a tip for using AI, and then we're going to jump into the prompt. So you can copy paste this prompt. And the idea, let me see there. Um, let's first of all the AIs. I use. Let me move this so you can see. I think there we have. I usually have ChatGPT and Claude, like just right here pulled up. If you have others, you can. I use the free versions because I never needed to use more. If I need a few more, I use another Google account. It's not a big deal. It's just that these guys are kind of dumb, but for the sake of production and getting things done, it's pretty straightforward. Okay, so has very little to do with code and more with structure and getting. ChatGPT is going to help you become a better producer. Okay, that's the main thing. And then the other, what I use for in game is Bessie, and I still haven't paid for it because I haven't needed to. I typically use AI very sparingly when I need help doing things that I don't want to do or just kind of brainstorming back and forth. Okay. So what we're gonna do, and I'm gonna show you. You're gonna copy paste this, and this is gonna keep changing as I use AI and I do a more robust um, description to get it better. I'll update it in here, so this will always be updated, so you can come back and get a better roadmap if you want. So if you see something different, it's because I've been updating it. I will always update because I'm always working on games and making games, and so this year I'm gonna focus on using AI to speed up my workflow and just get things done faster, and I'm helping you so that you can spend less time thinking about things. So this is the first part, planning. You're not going to even think. You're just going to say what you want to do, what you're committing. So you copy paste this and says, let's zoom in. I'm making, let's say I want to make, I don't know, whatever. What is it? Smash Bros for Steam. Making a Smash Bros for Steam um, using, I don't know, a Steam controller. Describe the game you want to make. Okay. I want to make a replica of all the controls that Smash Bros has, but with my own characters. Let's say characters. Maybe I'm thinking of doing a political Smash game. Okay, let's say yeah. So world leaders and political figures can battle it out. Okay, so let's say that's my premise that I green lighted. That's what I want to do. Okay, I just want to do that, and then I'm just coming up with this on the fly. I need help create a dev timeline to help me finish this game in, let's say, and you can change this later, but let's 6 months. Let's do 12. Who's working on it? Okay, so I will be doing all the coding and I'll do all the coding. Oh, hold on. I'll be doing all the coding and outsourcing the art through. I mean, you can be as detailed through Upwork. I'm committing, and you can say, I think the very least. I can't see how many hours. 1 hour a day, like minimum, because I think everyone can do 1 hour. Where am I? Okay. Give me 1 hour. I need a roadmap. Okay, there it is. Okay, I have the thing. I press enter, and I get it. I don't have to think. Okay, the whole goal of this is you have to stick to this. If it has to change, you have to think of it. Why do you want it to change? Month 1, foundation and prototype, alpha start. Set up your development environment and version control. Implement basic character controllers. Move. Create simple task. Core mechanics. Content expansion, polish and systems, testing, balance. So it gives you 2 months to it usually doesn't work this way, but scope with 365 hours, because 1 hour a day for 365. Okay. A game with 12 balanced hours is better than 30 unbalanced ones. Yeah. Okay. Upwork strategy. Start out month 3. Technical priorities. Oh, that's the other thing that I forgot to add that I'm going to add in the prompt is doing everything. We're going to be using whatever engine you want to use. Okay. So I'm going to edit this. I will be using engine of choice. So Unity, Unreal, Godot. Okay, so and this is assuming probably that you have a Steamworks page, but that's why the point of this is to set up a plan. So you have an idea, and usually, let me see. Yeah, so see, so it's telling you that this assumes you're already comfortable with game development if you're learning as you go. They also think we're gonna do experience. My experience with game, a beginner, game developer, beginner, intermediate, advanced. And the way I would say is, how many titles have you released before? If you haven't released any titles, actually published, not made prototype stuff, published games in the same genre, because you could have done something for itch.io like a warm game or a 2D game of some kind, but it's not gonna, like, if you're doing a 3D game, it's gonna be completely different. And so you start back at the beginning, even if you've already done it before. Maybe if you have a Steamworks account and you're releasing in the same place, but a lot of things like that, the engine that the AI doesn't know are like right now, like experience with the engine and experience with the platform, Steam, Meta, mobile. Like if you have experience developing and building it to that, you already way ahead because you already have an account, maybe a business, you already have all that set up. So that's like less manager type work that you don't have to do now. But if you don't have that, then it's going to take a lot longer. Okay. So, and that's why I come in. I've had experience with Steam, Meta, Android, iOS. I have a Mac just to develop in Mac, and I have a developer account in Mac. I know what it takes to go to Google Play. Like I've done it. And it's tedious and they all suck. But that's why I'm here, is to answer those questions. But you need to give AI an understanding of your level of experience on those two things, like where you're Unity, Unreal, Godot, whatever you're using, your experience, and then in the platform. Okay, so these are things that you have to take into account that I didn't, but they mention it here. So worst case scenario is like, how do I make a game? And start talking to it, and it will tell you what it needs. But they both answer very differently and structure it differently. Also, ChatGPT, what it'll do really well is asking you next steps. So say, hey, I can turn this into a weekly checklist. Very good. So if you want a checklist, things that you can remove, vertical slice, how you help core design statements, like it will help you take things to the next step. I think is mainly so that you can keep talking to it and using their account. That's mainly so they can take your money after a while, right? I have free. You can see I have free account and look how much I have done, right? So like I use ChatGPT for brainstorming all the time, even if I don't trust it 100%. I think it's really good to give you an idea, right? Like, see, like what is your audience? What is the monetization strategy? What are your goals monetization? Like how much you want to make? What are you going to do to it? Scope, prototype status, platform engine. See, like all these things are things that we can add. And I'm going to continually add these in there so that it doesn't have to ask you and so that you don't waste prompts. The idea is that you have all the stuff ready and it just tells you what you need. So I'm going to add this stuff to here so you don't have to retype and explain it to the AI. Because the more you give it up front, the better the prompt it will be. And so that's why I'm trying to help you save time by not having to talk to the AI a lot. You just give it one thing and it tells you what you need. Okay, so you have your plan. Now we're going to talk about the next step. See you in the next video.